This is a speaking test of the International English Language Testing System taking place on Thursday, 15 September 2022 at Medcity International Academy. The center number is 7432. The candidate is Shruti Mariam Matai. Candidate number is 2160. The examiner is Sharon Tom and examiner number is 8133. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, so may I know your full name?
My name is Shruti Mariamatai.
How may I address you?
You may address me as Shruti.
Shruti, can I see your identification card?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So, where do you come from, Shruti?
I'm coming from Dubai. I'm basically born and brought up in Dubai, but I'm currently residing in Kottayam.
Fine. Are you a student or are you a working professional?
I'm a student. I finished my graduation recently and I'm planning to go abroad to pursue my post-graduation.
All right, let's move on to the first part of speaking session. Let's talk about mobile phones. How often do you use mobile phones?
In fact, I regularly use my phone. I carry it wherever I go. It's basically like a mini computer in my hands.
Okay. Can you describe your mobile phone?
Yes, I own an iPhone SE2. It is red in color and it is 4.7 inches long and its storage capacity is 32 GB RAM. I do have an emotional connection to this phone as it was gifted by my sister on my birthday.
All right. So, what was your first mobile phone? Do you remember?
I have a vague picture, but when I'm trying to recall, it was a base model of Nokia. It didn't have any basic facilities other than calling, and I received this phone when I was in my 8th grade.
Fine. Would you buy a new one in the future?
I'm really comfortable with the one that I own right now, but maybe in near future, if there's new models being released, I might change my mind.
All right, Shruti. Now let's talk about preparing a list. So, do you make a list while shopping?
Yes, I am a person who's organized, so I prefer to make a list before I go shopping so that I don't forget anything that I want to buy.
Okay. And why some people do not like to prepare a list?
Maybe most people prefer not to make a list because they might be good in remembering things that they want to buy. But as of for me, I tend to forget things that I want to buy, so I make a list before I go shopping.
Do you make a list for your work or study as well?
Definitely, I make a list when I'm studying so that I can organize my time and also make sure that I get my task done in the allotted time period.
Okay, fine. So let's move on to the part 2 session of our speaking. And this is your task card. You have 1 minute to prepare your points, and this is your pencil. Then you can make some notes down if you want. And your preparation time starts now.
Describe a time you got up early. You should say, when was it? Why did you get up early? What did you do after getting up? How did you feel about it?
Are you ready? You have to talk for 1 to 2 minutes, and your time starts now.
Okay. There are multiple situations in my life where I had to wake up early, but on today's occasion, I would like to talk about the time when I woke up early to catch a flight. I was over the moon as I was traveling on my birthday, dated October 6th. And talking about myself, I was born and brought up in Dubai, the city of lights, which is also an emirate of the United Arab Emirates. And I was pursuing my bachelor's in CMS College, Kottayam, and I came down to Kerala to hit the books. So, since it was my birthday, my mother wanted to bring me back to Dubai so that I could spend my birthday with my family rather than having a monotonous birthday at my hostel. So my flight was at 7 in the morning, and I had to be there 2 hours prior to departure time. So I woke up at 1 a.m. and made sure that I freshened up, did all my morning chores, and also rushed against the clock. And after that, I also took time to pray for my travel and also had a protein bar as a snack. Later, I booked a Uber and then I left to the airport at 2, and then I arrived at the airport almost 2.5 hours, and my destination was the Cochin airport. As soon as I arrived at the airport, I got my luggage checked in, got my boarding pass printed, and soon I boarded the plane and completed my journey safe and sound. And then my parents were already at the airport to receive me. And the moment I spotted them in the crowd, my eyes teared up because I was meeting them after almost 1 year. And they welcomed me with a warm hug. It was a very memorable moment, and I felt really grateful.
That's enough, Shruti.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Now let's move on to the last session of our speaking test. So, do you know anyone who likes to get up early in the morning?
In fact, my parents love to wake up early. My mother's an early bird. She usually wakes up at 6 in the morning to get all the household chores get done. And also, she prepares breakfast and lunch for me and my sister. But coming to me and my sister, we prefer to lay on bed a little long in the morning sessions.
Okay. Why do people get up early?
People do wake up early to get the things done in ample amount of time. It may vary for each individual. People often wake up early to do exercise or workouts, or maybe to commute to work on time.
All right. So, in your opinion, what kind of situations need people to arrive early?
I feel people need to be punctual all the time, especially for formal commitments such as work interview or office meetings, and also for students, it might be their examinations, or for anyone who's attending an hospital appointment. And as you all know, time and tide waits for no man. So I feel everyone needs to be punctual for formal commitments.
Okay, fine. And why do some people like to stay up late?
This is basically observed in youngsters of today's generation. It might be related to their personal or work life or studies. They prefer to be night owls. They may be either texting or calling anyone, or they may be scrolling on their social media pages. So it depends on each one, each individual.
Okay, fine. Let's switch the topic now. In your opinion, what do all people in your country do to keep themselves fit?
I'm not much aware about this topic, but to my knowledge, I've observed old people spending their morning hours reading newspapers or listening to the radio, and also I've observed old people spending time for meditation and also by practicing yoga. I think it's the way they keep themselves relaxed and calmed, as well as mentally and physically fit.
Okay. Are people healthier now compared to the people in the past?
Absolutely not. I believe people in the past followed a well balanced diet, as well as they had a healthier lifestyle. But youngsters of today follow sedentary lifestyle, which causes them serious health issues, as well as most of them are obese. So I believe that people in the past are healthier than in the present.
Okay. Thank you, Shruti. That's the end of your speaking session.
Thank you, ma'am.